How's it going, everybody? I might be live. Let's take a look. Bear with me here. Okay, I do not know what's happening. Bear with me, this is my first time live streaming on YouTube. Is the picture absolutely freaking out, or does it look good to you? And also, can you hear me? You let me know. And we'll get going here. On my screen, the picture is like doing like a seizure looking thing. So I want to make sure that it's all good. Audio is good, video is good. Okay, great. So we'll just close that window. And yeah, all right. So welcome everybody. Andrew, welcome. How's it going? This is one of my first live streams on YouTube since they changed they changed everything. It's really weird. I could not figure out how to even live stream. Very strange. Let me check real quick. The audio stream's current bitrate. Oh my goodness. All right. Let me just fix a couple things. You got to bear with me, and then we'll get going. How do I change the bitrate of the audio? Well, that's weird. Well, anyways, if everything's good for you, then we'll get started. Yeah, I didn't even know how to stream. I literally couldn't figure it out. So I think I got it going. I don't have a great setup or anything like that. The quality is probably going to be a little junky for you. I apologize, but it's all I got. So anyways, today I'm pretty close to 300 subscribers. What's that smell? Hey, dude, what's up, man? How's it going? Good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. I'm pretty close to 300 subs, so I figured that I would like show off my fragrance collection. So I moved like a month ago, and I have this drawer where I have all my fragrances, and it's an absolute disaster. Like, it's a total mess. So I'd like to take them all out and catalog them, and then I'll like reorganize them. So like all of my decants I just kind of put in there. They all fell everywhere. It's a total disaster. So we're going to catalog them. I'll talk about them, and then some other time I will then reorganize them in my cabinet, basically. But we can talk about whatever you guys want today, obviously within reason. We don't just have to talk about fragrances. We can talk about whatever you want. So again, I apologize if the quality isn't amazing. I am like, I really couldn't figure out how to get this working well. And I don't have a great setup, but whatever. So let's just kind of like pull them out, man. Oops, I should probably have that. 69 Fahrenheit by Alexandria Fragrances, which is going to be my scent of the day. This one's awesome. This is a great Dior Fahrenheit cologne, and I'm going to catalog these two on my computer. So let me write that down. Because I don't actually know how many fragrances I have. Quality is fine, dude. All right, cool. I don't know how many fragrances I have, so this will be kind of fun. This one's a little bit different than Fahrenheit at the beginning, but then it's totally Fahrenheit for the dry down, 100%. Just kind of pulling random fragrances out, man. Prada Amber Pour Homme, baby. You guys know I like this one. That soapy powdery goodness. It's one of my favorite colognes. And look at that juice color. How beautiful that is. I think this bottle is great too. I think all around this is very quality juice. Let's catalog that one. This might take a while, just so you know, but I'm not doing anything today, so I figured I would hang out with you guys today. Aqua di Gio, the classic. Not a lot of juice I've used, my dudes. Not a lot. I don't really like fresh fragrances too much. That's why these fresher ones I haven't really worn a ton. But I do like Aqua di Gio. You know, it's fresh and it's clean and it's very safe. It's a little boring, but whatever. It's all good. Just kind of randomly pulling here. Alexandria Fragrances. See if I can give you a little picture. Royal Equestrian, which is a clone of Parfums de Marly Layton. I reviewed this one too. This one's incredible. It's sweet and warm and woody. It's a great fragrance. I really like it. Beautiful fragrance. Those Alexandria fragrances, they get a little bit of flack, but they have outstanding performance. Fragrances. Sorry for the typing. I'm going to try to, in the future, get a mic, at the very least, a new USB mic, so I'll have some better audio for you guys. How many Alexandria fragrances do you think you own? I only own 2. I only own 2. I just own these. One is a little bit bigger, and one is a little bit smaller. Just 2, but I really like them. I mean, I really liked them. I thought they were awesome. So I'll be getting more, for sure. Because I was super, super impressed by those. Like I said, I know some people were saying that, some people were like, no, they suck, like they don't smell like the originals. I'm like, at least the Fahrenheit one smells identical, in my opinion, to Fahrenheit. And the presentation is outstanding. The bottles are super premium. So I like them, and I'll be getting more. I don't know which ones, but I'll be getting more. Okay, so Alfred Sung Sung Om. I love this one. It's this one's like definitely hit or miss. Some people hate this one, but I like it. It's very old school. I'm gonna try to organize these over here because there's gonna be a lot of them. Oh, you like them too? Good. Yeah, I'm glad you like them. I think they're good fragrances. And, you know, one thing I was saying, I'm like, some people were like, well, the price isn't that great and everything. I'm like, well, they're not that expensive. And the thing is, I think with a lot of them, the performance is better. Like Fahrenheit is about the same price as Fahrenheit, maybe a little bit cheaper. I don't know, maybe the same. But it lasts like 10 hours longer than Fahrenheit does on my skin. So if I had a choice between this clone of Fahrenheit or the original, I would choose this one because it lasts longer. I love Fahrenheit. I want to smell it on my skin longer. Dior Sauvage. Another love or hate it. Lots of people hate this one. I like Dior Sauvage. It's probably the most boring scent I own. Like, it's the one I get bored of the quickest, but it still smells good. It's great for hot weather, and it's a great bottle too. And you can't really see, you can't see the juice too well, but I haven't worn too much of this one. But I'm a one spray kind of dude. I normally only wear one spray. That's how we roll. Let me catalog this one. Dior Sauvage. Well, I really appreciate you guys showing up. I never know what it's going to be like for these things, but hopefully some more people show up. I kind of just decided to randomly do this today. I had no, I don't know. I was just like, man, what should my next video be? Because, you know, I've been doing a lot more videos than I have been. And I was like, I'll fucking do this one. 4711 Cologne. With that old school. This one smells so good, dude. But the performance is like the worst of any cologne I've ever worn in my life. Terrible, terrible performance. But I know there's a lot of clones that last longer. But man, it's terrible. It's really bad. Cuba Red. You'll be here all day? Cool, man. Cuba Red, baby. Cuba Red's like, if you never smelled this one, it smells a lot like Burberry London. Like it has a similar spice blend, but it's a little toned down and there's a little more of like a dry tobacco and a leather going on. So it's a little bit more bold. I don't like it as much as Burberry London, but it's not a bad alternative. You know, these Cubas are cheap as fuck. These are like $3 or something. So if you want something cheap like that to mess around with, That's not a bad cologne, to be honest. Cuba Red. Again, I have no clue how many fragrances I have, so this should be fun. It's super windy right now. It's going to storm, which will be cool. Alt Fragrances Executive Cologne. Actually, I'm going to put this one to the side and save it because, dude, I got some stories about this fucking company that are great. I wouldn't say crazy, but I'm going to talk about that company. I don't have positive things to say about them. I do not. Oh man, it's such a mess in here. You would be horrified if you saw what it looked like in here. I'm going to grab all 4. Oh shit. Oh boy. You can hear why I need to organize. I'm going to grab all 4 of these. Just loving those Cuba bottles. They look so cool. I think they're awesome, man. Like, I'm not big on bottles, but I think they look great. They're cool. And the bigger ones are cool too. I like them. I got 4 here that'll show. They're all from a line. I did a review on a couple of these a while ago, like a year and a half ago. They're this line, I don't even know what the company's called, but it's Distillery Series, and these were sold at Walmart. I don't know if they're still sold at Walmart because I haven't been to Walmart in over a year, but they were these colognes that they put out that were super cheap, and they were kind of trying to cop other fragrances. And they had bad performance, but they smelled pretty damn good. They were definitely a step above what you would expect for a Walmart cologne. The packaging is garbage, and the sprayers are garbage, and the performance is garbage. But the smell was pretty good. This one's Tennessee whiskey, which is like vanilla woods with a little bit of like lime to it. I can't spell, man. How do you spell distillery? Sorry. Tennessee whiskey. I used to live in Tennessee. Fun fact. Used to live there. What else we got? Distillery. Alabama Moonshine. Which I think this one was trying to be like Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce, I think. I'm not positive. It's okay. You know, it wasn't bad. They were very cheap. What's that one called? Alabama Moonshine. At least you can carry those little bottles around with you. Yeah, there's a nice form factor to them. You know what I mean? They're tiny. You know, you can pull it out and reapply if you need to. I like the design, actually. I really like this design. I mean, these aren't made well at all. They're cheap. But I do like this form factor, this little coffret or coffret, I think they call them. Kentucky Bourbon, which again had like woody lime. Not an amazing blend, but not terrible. Let me write that one down. Kentucky Bourbon. I got a lot of decants and samples and stuff, so we'll get to all of them. I don't know how long it's going to take again, but we'll see. And then this one was one that I did that was kind of popular. It was the New York Rye, which they clearly were trying to go for like an Aventus style thing. It's not the same. It's like a pineapple citrus at the top, but instead of having like smoky birchwood, peppery sort of deal, it's like a smooth leather with some woods. And actually, this one smells pretty damn good. In fact, I kind of like this. I wish that the performance was better because it's a nice take on that DNA with that pineapple-y, smoky, kind of pineapple-y, peppery smell, but with a nice leather. But it's got shitty performance, but it kind of has cool juice color. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of got like an orange color. I do occasionally wear this one because it doesn't smell that bad. Distillery, New York Rye. All right. Let's pull another one of these babies out. Cuba Winner. I just did this in my little fragrance sniff-off video. Another one of those cool Cuba bottles. This one's trying to cop Invictus by Paco Rabanne, which I don't have a lot of experience with Invictus. It definitely reminds me of it. It's very sweet. It's a little bit cloying, but it's got like a clean laundered smell to it. A little bit of like this grape candy sort of smell. It's a little cloying, but it's not really the worst thing I've ever smelled. It's not bad. Cuba Winner. Oh yeah, this thing. These little lipstick tube things that come in. Put that there. I got to figure out how to store those bottles because you can, see if I can show you. You can stand them up like that, but they can easily be knocked over, which they are. So I got to figure out how to store those. Really want to check out those Cuba Colognes. Some of them suck, but some of them are really good. And they're very cheap. So if you buy one and you don't really like it, it's not like you just spent like 30, 40 bucks or something. Like some of them you can get for like $3 or $4. You can pretty much get all of them for under $10. They're dirt cheap. Cuba Blue, which I don't even remember what this one was trying to cop. It was like a fresh, citrusy kind of cologne, but it had some like warm spices in the background. And a lot of people didn't like this one. I actually thought it was okay. It's just kind of boring. It's not one I wear often, but it's really not terrible. Cuba Blue. And then we got Cuba Orange right here, which I reviewed and I thought was pretty shitty, which I think is supposed to be a copy kind of like Dunhill Desire, which is an orangish one. It's got an orange creamsicle vibe going on, and I see what they were going for, but it also has this like Febreze disinfectant smell at the top. And I kind of feel like I might like Dunhill Desire because it's got an orange creamsicle vibe, which is kind of nice and refreshing, but it's just got a like disinfectant, like it smells like Lysol or something at the top. Not really something you want to put on. So yeah, that one I did not really care for. I'm just gonna keep grabbing shit out of here. I got a bunch of like lotions and all sorts of crap in here that don't need to be in there, so I'm not gonna show those because don't really need to. But got some what a disaster. Some vitamins in here. Oh, you hear all that? Don't need to show my vitamins. Oh my. Burt's Bees. No, I don't need to show. I don't need to show that shit. It's so messy, man. All right, let me grab a couple more of these Cubas. I got a bunch of Cuba colognes. Okay, Andrew, here's one you might want to check out. These you might want to check out. Cuba Royal, which is really nice. It's a little sweet, but it's supposed to be a clone of Paco Rabanne's 1 Million. Although, however, this actually came out before 1 Million, and I like it more because it's less cloying. It's less like wicked sweet and sticky. It's sweet, but it's like got some tobacco and vanilla. And, you know, like again, the word of the day is sweet, but it's a nice, sweet, but warm and vanilla fragrance, and it's pretty nice. So if you might want to check that one out. It's dirt cheap. Do I collect shampoo and body washes as well? Yeah, I kind of do actually, man. It's like all things fragrances. I don't want to say I go overboard with, but I definitely have like a propensity to kind of collect those. Like I'm not that kind of guy that just buys a soap and then just uses it and that's all I use. Like I always try something different. I don't know if I necessarily like collect them as I do colognes, but like I'm trying to think. Like right now I'm using Dove White, Simple Dove White, but I also have 2 different versions of Irish Spring. I have a bar of Ivory soap. I have a Pine Tar bar of soap. I have 2 bottles of body wash, which is a little overkill for some people, but I kind of like to rotate it because I like different smells. Yeah, like I have that Old Spice Swagger body wash, which I kind of like how that smells. I wear that once in a while. I think it smells good. Shampoo, I don't really, because I don't have any hair really, but it's actually you should still use shampoo even if you're bald because it helps against dry skin. But with shampoo, I only have one right now, and it's a tea tree oil shampoo, which is good for dry skin and stuff. I definitely kind of get some dry skin, so that works well. Yeah, anything smelly. I mean, I got tons of candles and all. You know, I've done a couple fragrance oil videos on my channel, but I think it would be cool if I showed you all my candles for a video. I don't think I've done that. I should do a candle video. Cuba Gold. Andrew, again, if you don't have any Cubas, I'd say this is the #1 Cuba to get. It's a clone. Again, it's a clone of Le Male by Jean-Paul Gaultier, but this one came before it. And it's like warm, powdery vanilla with some like almond and cinnamon and woods. It's super nice. I mean, it is really, really warm and cuddly. It's just one of those like feel-good scents, like just makes you so happy. Such a good scent. Cuba Gold. And you know what? I have Le Male too somewhere in here, although I might have lost it. And I like this one more. It's a little bit more warm. Okay, Cuba Wild Heart. I want to say Wild at Heart, but that's a David Lynch movie. I don't really wear this one. But you know what? I don't really like fresh scents too much. I don't like aquatics. I don't like blue ozonic fragrances. They're not big on them. This one is supposed to be, you can kind of tell from the packaging, which I gotta say, that packaging is cool as hell, dude. I think it's supposed to be a clone of Ed Hardy's Love and Luck, which in turn smells very similar to Creed Millesime Imperial, is what I've heard. Jane, oh my God, how's it going? Good to see you. I'm very glad that you popped in. We're just going through my fragrances because I need to organize them because it's a disaster. And I'm trying to see how many I have and how I can organize them. It's a total mess. This one is fresh, citrusy, a little sexy actually, I will say. But I'm not terribly big on fresh fragrances, although it's pretty nice. I'm not going to give it away because I think I would actually wear this one when it gets hot out. I do have a couple fresh fragrances, even though again I'm not big on them. But what's this one called again? Cuba Wild at Heart, or Wild Heart. I keep saying Wild at Heart. That's the David Lynch movie with Laura Dern and Nicolas Cage. Wild Heart. Yay. Oh, I have these. I'm not going to catalog them, but I'll show them off. These are from this like local company that makes handmade soaps and stuff, and they're like body creams. This one is called upside down Sweet Slumber, and it's lavender, and it's so organic. It's super organic lavender. This one's called Chaga, which is probably like chaga mushrooms, and I don't like it. It smells like strong citrus. And this one is my favorite, called Toque, which is sandalwood and hemp. And dude, look at that. That's funny. Amazing shea butter sandalwood smell. I mean, that one is really good if you like that sort of stuff. It's not very hippie-ish, like the packaging looks like it. Have to say I love freshies. Do you get really hot summers? Yeah, I do actually. Like it's in the 80s right now. It was like 89 degrees a couple days ago. So we get very hot summers here. I don't really like freshies though, you know, like I shouldn't say that. I don't dislike freshies, but I don't tend to like the aquatic ones. Like some colognes that are more fruity in nature without those ozonic notes, I think I kind of like those, but I don't have a lot of experience with them. So I need to get a couple. Sweet Summer sounds good for sleeping. Yeah, lazing around in a hammock and just kind of sleeping. That's what summer is about to me. Another alt fragrances. Again, I'm going to save these alt fragrances if you want to hear some strange story I have about them. I'm going to put those over there. What's this? Michael Jordan Legend. It's a good fragrance. Michael Jordan Legend is basically like 99% identical to Rochas Man, if you've ever smelled that one. And it's also very similar to Bond Number 9 New Harlem. All of those fragrances were made by Maurice Roussel. Literally smells the same. Like there are extremely minor differences. They're virtually the same fragrance. This is just a cheaper one. And it's good. It's a gourmand. It's woody chocolate and vanilla with some masculine musk and spices in the base. A little bit of lavender, like a nice sharp lavender, but it's mostly a sweet gourmand. Rocha Man was one of the first fragrances I ever bought, like way back when I started my channel, and I loved it. And I actually gave it away to a friend. She really liked it, and I was like, I don't really wear this that much. You know what? You could use this. Another alt fragrances. This one's called Suds. It's supposed to smell like Dove soap. Spoiler alert, it doesn't fucking smell like Dove soap at all, but we'll save that one for later too. Pull some more bottles out. Excuse me. Gonna go right into the camera here. You know what? I'm gonna save those and do these two that I don't like that much. Oh, I got a cat. I keep forgetting. I got to catalog these. Michael Jordan legend. Who knew that Michael Jordan was such a good perfumer? Right? These are Belcam fragrances. I've talked about these before. Belcam's a clone line that you can find at Walmart. Some of them are very good. Some of them are terrible. These two I kind of think are bad. I said this one was okay. It's really not that good. Primitive Man by Belcam. You probably can't even see. There you go. Get a little bit. I've basically not worn this. It's a Sauvage clone. It's not a very accurate Sauvage clone. You can kind of smell a hint of DNA in it, so you know that they definitely were trying to go for Sauvage. However, it's got a soapy, sweet smell to it. It really misses the mark there. I mean, they definitely tried to get that peppery Ambroxan vibe from Sauvage. They just didn't nail it with this one, I think. But, I mean, when I have the real Sauvage, there's virtually no point in me wearing this, so, yeah. I didn't even know he had a fragrance. He learned. Yeah, he obviously didn't make it, but he does. He has. There are some Michael Jordan colognes, and I mean, you would kind of laugh. Sorry if you can hear that. Someone's mowing their lawn, like right outside my window. Like, oh my god, a Michael Jordan cologne. I'm sure that sucks. It's very good. I mean, if you like Rocha Man, they're the same exact fragrance, so it's very good. And this is another Belcam one called Joe Black, which is supposed to be an Aqua de Joe Profumo clone, and this one's terrible. It smells very off, like there's like an ammonia sort of vibe. It's very synthetic. It does not hit the mark. It just straight up sucks. This is probably the cologne I've worn the least of any cologne I own. In fact, I don't know why I still have it, and I don't want to like give it to someone, kind of, because it's so bad. And be like, here, take my shitty cologne that smells like cat piss. But yeah, I don't know why I still have it. Like, I don't know. Like, should I throw it out? I don't know. This one's just sucks. I would definitely not recommend that one. Belcam Primitive Man. Belcam Joe Black. Hold on a second, folks. Okay. Looks like there's some delay, unfortunately, from me speaking and what you're seeing. I mean, there's always delay, but it's kind of a lot worse than what's that shit called? Twitch. So yeah, sorry about that, but cat piss. Gene, I'm serious. It smells like cat piss. Like, I can't tell a lie. I can't fib for you folks. It legitimately smells like cat piss. So if you don't like somebody, you know, if you have an enemy and they're kind of interested in colognes, then maybe say, hey, I just got this new great designer cologne called Joe Black, but my wife or my husband doesn't like it. So would you like it? And give it to them, and they can go smell like cat piss at their job. So there's one benefit from it, if I could say anything. Okay, I got two. Actually, let me pull the other one out. 3 Belcams. And these are all good Belcams. Classic Match Belcam, which is a clone of Calvin Klein Obsession. And I think it's an outstanding clone of Vintage Obsession. It smells like, you know, Obsession kind of smells like a more refined Old Spice. It's not quite as Old Manish, if you will, but it's a sweeter version. It's got that old school spicy smell, aftershave vibe, but it's got some nice cinnamon. This one's very masculine. It's very sexy. It's a great cologne. Got good performance too. Great cologne. Seriously, don't buy Obsession. Buy that. That's a good one. And this one is another classic match, which is their clone of Drakkar Noir. Some people, and I haven't smelled the original Drakkar, some people said that this one's a little bit more synthetic, like a little less of that deodorant shaving cream smell that you get from Drakkar. But I still think this one smells good. It's powerful, it's strong, it's masculine. I really, really like this, and this is really good. Great performance, outstanding performance. That's a good one. I definitely recommend that. We have Volatile. Hold on, I gotta keep cataloging these. Belcam, Drakkar, Belcam, Obsession. You like Drakkar, Andrew? Dude, I love Drakkar. Well, at least this clone. I mean, I kind of said, like, I don't really have a point in getting Drakkar, because even if this smells 80-90%, this smells so good, I'm just going to wear this. But I still want to smell Drakkar at some point. You know, like maybe I'll buy the real one when this runs out, because it's not very expensive. But this shit is awesome. I know it's like old school. People are like, oh, that's like what used car salesmen smell like. But whatever. It smells good. Okay. Volatile by Belcam, which is a Spice Bomb clone. Pretty good Spice Bomb clone, I'd say, for how ridiculously cheap it is. It's got that sweet, spicy, wintry smell. But in the dry down, which is a little bit different than Spice Bomb, it goes more into a woody, leathery smell. So it becomes a lot more mature in the dry down, but it still is sweet and spicy at the top. It's a very good fragrance. I think it's solid. It doesn't have great performance, though. That's the only problem with it. But it still smells great. Okay, what else should I do? First, let me put this away. Put this back in its little tube. Man, my arm hurts, man. I got that vaccine yesterday, the coronavirus vaccine, and my arm hurts. Pull all these out of here. All right. Cuba Shadow, going back to Cuba for a while. These are the big ones. Look at these crazy bottles. Does it look like a cigar? Yes, it does. Does it look like something else? Yes, it does. Which one is it? I'll let you decide. This is a Calvin Klein Eternity clone. I've owned Eternity before, and I will say that I think this is a very good clone. It is a little bit more synthetic, but I think overall they kind of nailed it with this one. Obviously, it doesn't have as good performance as Eternity, but this also cost me like $5, so, you know, whatever. It's pretty good. You know, Eternity is like clean and almost has a little bit of soapiness to it, but it's also got like a dirty lavender smell, and I think that this one is really good for like rainy days. I don't know why. I've always just worn this as a rainy day scent, and I kind of feel like the gray kind of thing works. Yeah, dude, it's a thick bottle. Thick bottle. They're crazy thick. Let me write that one down. Cuba Gray. Oh, I almost spelled gray like I'm from the United Kingdom. With an E. Silly American. Cuba Shadow. Another big boy bottle. This is supposed to be a Bleu de Chanel clone. I don't have a ton of experience with Bleu de Chanel. I haven't really worn it that much. I've never owned a bottle of it, so I'm not big on comparing it to it. It's a fresh, aquatic kind of clone, if you like that sort of thing. It does have a grapefruit, fruity smell at the top. And I gotta say, I actually do kind of like the opening. The problem with this one is that that really nice, fruity, fresh opening pretty much disappears after like 2 minutes, and it goes into like a, kind of reminds me of like, Aqua di Gio, where it goes into like a rosemary kind of floral smell, which isn't bad, but it's just very boring. I wish that the opening lasted longer on this one, or else I might wear it often. But Cuba Shadow. I don't know why they called it Cuba Shadow. They should have called it like Cuba. Well, I guess Cuba Blue already exists. There's too many Cubas, man. There are so many Cubas. They're gonna start naming them after like Three Stooges or something. I don't know. Okay, Cuba Brazil. I've talked about this one. Cuba Brazil. It's got a soccer player on it because Brazil, you know. This one, I don't know what they're trying to clone, but it's not bad. It is a fresh cologne, but it's a fresh cologne that has like a citrusy freshness at the top, but it also has warm spices in the background that aren't really terribly sweet, but they're just kind of make it feel warm. So while it's fresh, I've always kind of said this is a good one to wear, kind of like in that in between, like maybe in spring or fall, where it's like in between weather. It's okay. It's really not that bad. I wear it once in a while. I don't mind it at all. Let me write that one down. Cuba Brazil. Boy, I got a lot of clones. I mean, I know some people have like 5,000 clones, but that's just crazy. I don't have room for that or money. This is probably one of the best Cubas, in my opinion. Comes in this absolutely ridiculous container. Shit, sorry. Look at this. I don't know what you could store in here, but you could put something in there if you wanted. It's not like the worst container for the price. It's actually okay. And then this is the worst cap I've ever seen. I get what they were trying to do, but this cap is like so cumbersome, and most people just store it like this, and you're probably fine. And it's a different bottle than what you're used to with Cuba, but this one's supposed to be a clone of Paco Rabanne, or not Paco Rabanne, Terry Mugler Angelman, except it doesn't have that like thick tar note at the top. This shit is fucking beautiful. This is one of the most gorgeous scents I've ever worn. How good is it compared to Angelman? I don't know. I've never smelled Angelman, but on its own, this is a gorgeous scent. It is the most beautiful, gorgeous gourmand at the top of caramel, vanilla, chocolate. So beautiful, dude. It's so beautiful. But there's a weirdness in the background, which again might be like Angelman. It's got masculine notes in the background. Woods, pepper, and patchouli. We think of patchouli as like a dirty kind of hippie scent, but somehow those bizarre masculine notes blend. So you do get a lot of the rich gourmand at the top of this. Like when you first put this on, you'll be like, wow, this is like, I want to eat this. You know, it smells so delectable. But as it dries down, those like the patchouli and shit comes out, and it works, man. Like, man. I kind of wish that I worn this as my scent today. This shit is so good. I mean, it is really good. Again, you got to like sweet fragrances. You got to like gourmands, but it is amazing. And, you know, I'll tell you a story. When I first bought this cologne and I opened the package and I smelled it, I smelled all that patchouli and pepper and wood from the base. And I was like, oh, I think I accidentally got the wrong one, because there's a couple of different flankers of this. That's all I could smell was like patchouli and woods and stuff. And it smelled good, but I thought I got the wrong fragrance. And I smelled it and realized how they blend together. I mean, you might not like it, but I love it, you know. It looks so much better without the cap. Yeah. This looks like, this is just cheap garbage, and this looks pretty presentable. I mean, the sticker's wearing off, but this is a frosted glass bottle. And I think this cost $10, so it's very cheap. And for $10, I think the presentation is pretty commendable. It feels solid. It has a pretty good sprayer, a very tight sprayer. It's not cheap or anything. I think it's a very good product. Now, why they decided to put it in all this tomfoolery, I don't fucking know. Jane, I love when you can smell it through the packaging. I know. That's the best, isn't it? When you get a cologne and you're excited to open it and you can smell it through the packaging. It's like a kid on Christmas. You're just so excited. I love that. And that's also a good sign. It means it's probably going to have some complexity, stuff like that. I'll be right back. I got to run to the facilities. But while I'm gone, you know, I always get to hear from you guys kind of periodically. Like I might hear from you from a video or two or anything. But now that you guys are all here, if you want to tell me what your favorite fragrances are, I kind of always ask you what you're wearing. But I'd be interested to know what your guys' and gals' favorite fragrances are, because I don't know. I don't know what your, you know, what kind of fragrances you like. So I'll be right back, and you let me know. Hopefully I can not accidentally like close the stream out. So I'll be right back, guys. I should probably turn my mic back on. Sorry, J-Man, it's great to see you, man. I haven't talked to you in a while, man. Favorite is Dusita Oud Infini. I've never heard of that one. Andrew's favorite is probably Jacquard. That's a great choice. I think Jacquard is a kick-ass fragrance, man. Andrew says Sung Om is probably my second favorite. Another good choice. I love Sung Om. I hope they never discontinue Jacquard. They're never going to discontinue Jacquard. It's way too popular. What's That Smell says, really like Tom Ford. And I'm currently rocking La Nuit de Loam. Oh, cool. I have smelled only a couple Tom Fords. They're too expensive for me to get bottles, but I guess I could get decants of them. But I really like Tobacco Vanille. I like Oud Wood, and I like what's the one? It's Tom Ford leather. It's a leather one. I don't really know the Tom Ford that well. It's a very popular Tom Ford leather one, but to me it doesn't smell anything like fucking leather. It smells like candy. But I was doing a show last year, and one of the dudes was like, "Y'all mind if I spray some cologne?" And he put on Tom Ford. I'm like, that smells great, man. Here we go with Sung Om again. Fucking Sung Om. God damn it. Sung Om. No, I know you don't like Sung Om, J-Man. In fact, Tuscan Leather. That's it, J-Man. Thank you. It was sweet and candy-like, but it smelled good on him. J-Man, was it you when I made my Sung Om review? You told me that it smells like soap that's been passed through the bowels of an old sick woman. Because if that was you, that shit made me laugh hysterically for a long time. And you know, the funny part is I was like, yeah, I can kind of actually see what you mean, even though I like it. It's got this like old school ashy soap to it that smells kind of like disinfectant or like an old shitty old Vegas casino or something. I don't know why I like it. It is very like weird, but I do like it. Dude, that was funny when you told me that. That was a great line. Well, guys, thank you for telling me your favorite colognes. I love to hear from you guys. It's great. All right. Wow, I got so much shit. It's unbelievable. Look, like I just got like soaps and lotion. When I go to hotels, I steal shit. I don't really steal it. I take all the toiletries and shit. I have a lot of decants I'm gonna do now. Very piney, yeah. It kind of smells like an old dirty trucker. Oh man, dude, that might be like a great description of it. Yeah, I think it does. It just smells like a fucking like old trucker dude who like just pulled into a truck station, and he's like maybe looking to find like a prostitute that night, but he mostly just wants to get a shower in the really crappy bathroom. That's kind of what it smells like. Okay, J-Man, in your defense, I don't wear that one out really. That's more like I wear that one around the house because I definitely know some people that would be like, you don't smell good. Oh, hold on. Let me, Cuba Prestige. Okay. I love it too. I do love it. This is another alt fragrances called Faroosh, which is a clone of Sauvage, and it's a pretty okay clone. But again, I'm going to save these alt fragrances, kind of talk about them later. Pick up some lot lizards. Yeah, exactly. That was the word I was thinking of, is lot lizard. Speaking of lot lizards, there's actually a documentary on lot lizards that I watched on like Amazon Prime or something, and it was pretty good. It's kind of interesting. Okay, let's do a bunch of decants and everything. YSL Loam. Not La Nuit de Loam, but Loam. I fucking love this fragrance. I should probably get a full bottle. Probably should get a full bottle. I love it. It's clean. It's a little soapy. It's got that apple vibe. I think that Loam is a really good like wedding scent, like a dress-up scent. Kind of gives me that vibe. I love this one. It is fantastic. God, I have not worn that cologne in a while. That's a good one. I need to get more. I'm almost out. This one is a little sample of Kenneth Cole Intensity. This is one that basically nobody talks about. It's not super well known, and I don't have a lot of experience with Kenneth Cole. This one is one of like 2 or 3 colognes that they put out that were supposed to be layered with another base cologne, and I can't remember which one, if it was Kenneth Cole Reaction or whatever, but this one is supposed to be layered, but I've just worn this on its own, and I would like to get a full bottle of this because this has like a ginger beer, root beer vibe. I like that. It's an ambery, warm root beer vibe. That's what it smells like to me, and I got this in a little set. Like, actually, I bought a fragrance at like Macy's, and the woman threw this in, and I was like, wow, I love that. YSL Loam is gorgeous. I agree. I think it's an absolutely gorgeous scent. In fact, I want to smell it again. Yeah, that's really nice. Somebody gave me a sample at one time, and I like wore the whole thing constantly. Amazing scent. Really, really nice. I have a decant of La Nuit de L'Homme as well, but I don't like that one as much. I do like it, but not nearly as much as L'Homme. Burberry Brit Splash. A little sample of this. Don't like it. It's not that great. It's really like the Burberry Brit DNA with some aquatic notes thrown in, and I don't think it's a great cologne. I don't think they did a good job with it. So that's that. Burberry Brit Rhythm. I don't really remember this one too much. I remember it being, it's another flanker of Burberry Brit, of course, but I remember it being, well, it smells a little bit warmer, a little bit spicy, peppery. I remember it was like, okay. Not for me, really. Burberry Brit Rhythm. I just remember I was like, yeah, this smells like a lot of other shit I've smelled before. Let's pull some more of these out. All right. Versace Arrows. I still got some in here. This is one that a lot of people like, Versace Arrows. I don't really like it. I tried to like it. Like, it has a unique, it has something in it that I like the minty vanilla candy vibe. But it's got like a musk, I don't know, like a metallic-y synthetic musk in it, and it's too cloying for me. Like, it's almost something I like and would wear, but it's like almost juvenile in a way, like they tried to do. I don't really know. It's very close to being a fragrance I would enjoy, but I don't like it, really. I don't really wear it. Azzaro Aqua, Azzaro Chrome Aqua. I don't fuck with Arrows Too Sweet. I agree. I think it was just candy, like cloying, sticky candy vibe. Didn't work for me. If they had just pulled that back, they could have won me over. But Azzaro Chrome Aqua, I kind of liked this one. I remember when I reviewed it. It was a freshie, which I don't normally go for, but it had like a grapefruit vibe. I'm not gonna spray it, you know, but I remember I kind of liked this one. It was okay. It was maybe not like super, wow, that's so unique, but I remember it was okay. So that's Azzaro Chrome Aqua. Maybe not one I'll buy like a bottle of, but I didn't mind having that little sample, man. Okay, Bulgari Man Wood Essence. This one I remember kind of liking, but I also felt it was kind of boring. And what I remember of this one, it's been a while, is that it kind of just smelled like sandalwood. Like, it had that pencil shaving sandalwood vibe to it. And that was mostly all I was getting, which is not bad because I like that smell. But I was kind of like, a lot of people were talking about this one, and I'm like, I don't really see the appeal. I don't know. It was kind of boring. It's okay. Again, not one I would really buy a bottle of, man, but whatever. Also, I don't know how to pronounce that company's name. Bulgari, but there's a V in there. Is it Bulgari? I don't fucking know. I don't know why I'm getting so mad about that. Okay. What do we got next? Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. A little sample. Again, a lot of people like light blue. I don't like these kind of fragrances that much. It's got a peppery, fresh smell to it. It doesn't smell bad, per se. But it's not really for me. So I hate to burst some people's bubbles there, but I don't really like that stuff too much. Dolce and Gabbana. Sorry if you can hear my neighbor mows his lawn like every single day. I don't know why. Next is Alien Man by Terry Mugler. Another one that was kind of like mediocre reception when it came out. But I actually like this one a lot. It's kind of like a generic woody kind of musky men's cologne, but it has this like smoked beechwood vibe in it that gives you a smoky, almost campfire like vibe. And there's also like osmanthus flower in it, so in the dry down you get this like very juicy, sweet, almost sort of flower. And I actually liked this one. It was just weird enough to like work for me. So I know a lot of people don't like Alien Man, but I thought this shit was pretty good, and I would probably get a bottle of it. I think the bottle is fucking cool too. It's like all angular and purple. Purple is my favorite color, so if I see anything purple, I'm like automatically kind of drawn to it. Try not to get suckered into packaging, but sometimes you can't help yourself, man. All right, let's pull some of this shit out. I have a ton of those Happy Land Fragrances ones, which I've already reviewed. Oh, this is this is not something I'm going to categorize. I tried to improve the performance of 4711 by putting it in a vial with perfumer's alcohol. Like maybe I can make that shit last longer or be stronger. And it's like, I don't know what I was thinking. I'm not even going to categorize that one. You didn't like Alien, but I appreciate its composition. I got you. It had just it wasn't incredible, like I wasn't like blown away, but it was just unique and weird enough for me to kind of like it. Burberry Brit for him. That's not really a great clone for me. I'm more of Burberry London, man. But, you know, some people like that shit. So that's cool. All right. Zahar Off Signature Pour Homme. I thought this one was pretty damn good. This was made by George Zahar Off. Well, I don't think he was the perfumer, but it's his fashion line. And I like this one. It was a very clean, but also masculine kind of signature scent. Signature Pour Homme I thought was a good name. I think it definitely had a nice dressed up suit and tie feel to it. It had this sporty feel at the top, and then as it dried down, like a kind of oud came out. It got a little smoky. Probably not for everybody, but I think this one was actually pretty damn good. And George is cool. Like, George Zahar Off is cool. He's a cool guy. It's one that I would definitely buy a bottle of, but it's too expensive for me. It's like it's like $100, I think. He has come out with two flankers since. There's I don't remember. One of them is called like Royal, like a yellowish goldish color juice, and one is I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a dark purple juice or something. And I don't know. I haven't tried those, and I don't think that you can get samples of them. I'm not positive, but if you can get samples, then I need to check that out because I'm very interested. But that is good juice. Just too expensive for me. Now we have Jean Paul Gaultier Ultramall. This is the sweetest cologne I own. I do like the way it smells, like smelling the cap. I think that smells nice. But on my skin, it's so unbelievably sweet. I don't understand what the fuck they were thinking when they made this. I think that this is like, so I do like the smell. I do like the way it smells. But on my skin, like, dude, they had to know what they were doing when they made this. This had to be made for young people that want to go clubbing. This shit is loud, okay? This is a cologne where if you spray it in the air, your neighbors down the street will smell it for the rest of their lives. It's so potent, dude. It is so potent. The only reason I think this exists is because they knew young men would want to wear this in the club, so people would smell them. That's the only reason I think they made this. I do like smelling the cap, but on my skin, it makes me want to vomit. I can't wear it. I do really think it smells great. I can't wear it, dude. Way too sweet. I wish they toned down the sweetness because it's got like a churro kind of vibe going on in the middle. It gets this like creamy, cinnamony kind of vibe that's pretty nice, but it's way too damn sweet. Excuse me, I gotta check something real quick. Ultramel too sweet. Yep, completely agree. Way too cloying. Yeah, it is cloying as hell. Nasty. I like smelling the cap. You know, it's sweet, but it smells good. But on my skin, it's like sickening. Sickening. Sorry, excuse me a moment. Okay. We got here Jimmy Choo Man Blue. I have no fucking idea. I don't remember that at all. Sorry, I don't remember what that smells like. I have no clue. I don't even remember reviewing that. I think I did make a review, but I have absolutely no idea. I can't tell you, man. My apologies. All right, let's keep going. Oh, I got a Tom Ford. Who is it that said they like Tom Ford? What's that smell? Tom Ford Vanille Fatale. Vanille Fatale, sorry. I got this for free. I got it from like Decant Boutique, and they threw this one in for free, I think. I forgot I had it. I don't wear it. It's good. It is good. It's a woody vanilla with booze in it. God, it's got a great smooth booze note. Booze notes can be tricky, and I'm not a big booze guy. Like, I know a lot of folks love boozy smells, and I normally don't. But I think a lot of times they can be like, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, like almost aldehydic, like aldehyde, that bright popping smell. They can kind of come across like that. This one has got the smoothest booze note I've ever smelled in it. And maybe it's bourbon or something, or kind of smells like whiskey, but it's so smooth. It's so smooth. This shit is amazing. Super warm weather scent. But yeah, I haven't worn this in a while. Look at the color of the juice too. That's some great looking juice color. I'm sure that shit is like $1 million a bottle, but Tom Ford Vanille Fatale. But it smells good. I really enjoy it. Another one, which I'm just about out of, is Aqua di Gio Absolu, which most people did not like when it came out because it's just like super sweet, super sweet. I kind of like it. I actually kind of like this one. I don't think it really has much in comparison with the original Aqua di Gio. You can kind of smell like a little bit of DNA in the dry down, but it's a very sweet, kind of woody, almost slightly boozy, but not really kind of cologne. It was pretty good. I kind of liked it, but I absolutely see why a lot of people did not like that one when it came out. This one, Daniel-san gave me, which is Fahrenheit Le Parfum, which is a flanker of Fahrenheit. And this shit is like $1 billion a bottle. It's so expensive. So I'm super glad that I got this decant. And you can see, like, I really wear this one on special occasions. And it's this, like, outrageously rich, thick, heavy flanker of Fahrenheit. If you like Fahrenheit, this one is like a sweet, boozy version of Fahrenheit. It's got the same DNA, a little less gasoline smell, like it's not very strong, but it smells very similar to Fahrenheit, but it's got a strong vanilla and like bourbon smell. And it's super, super thick and heavy, you know, like total winter cologne, but it smells so good. I just wish it wasn't so goddamn expensive. Nuclear performance. Totally nuclear. What's this? Oh, Jean-Paul Gaultier Ultramall. I like Ultramall, it's okay. I prefer Cuba Gold though. Not Ultramall, sorry, Le Male. Le Male. And then Fahrenheit Le Parfum. Do you hear that? Every time I try to make a video, doesn't matter. Anytime I make a video, as soon as I start the recording, like a bomb goes off outside. I don't understand why it's so annoying. Okay, the rest of these are decants. YSL La Nuit de Loam. I think what's that smell? Did you say you were wearing it? Yeah, you said you're rocking La Nuit de Loam, which I think this smells amazing. I think it's an excellent cologne. I prefer Loam, but I think that one's nice too. I mean, it's a lot sweeter, which is why I probably prefer the other one, but it's still nice. Damn bombs. I know. It's so rude. Don't set your bombs off in the middle of the day. Happy Land Studios, a lot of these are going to be Happy Land. This is Happy Land Signature. Probably one of the best spicy, warm fragrances. It's got almost an identical spice smell to that Royal Equestrian, but this has honey in it, and it's the best honey note I've ever smelled. Super warm. Amazing. Some of these Happy Land ones suck, in my opinion. Like, Happy Land Studios gets a lot of praise, okay? A lot of praise. And I think he's a very good perfumer. But some of them smell terrible to me. That's just my opinion. And also, I do have to say, not that I'm trying to shit on this company. I think they make great perfumes, and they're priced very well. But every single time I have ordered a decant, it has come and is leaking. Every single time. It's seriously annoying because these are the strongest colognes I have ever worn. They probably last 24 hours, and I'm not fucking exaggerating. If you spray this on your body, it will last easily 24 hours, possibly 48 hours, and I'm not fucking joking. If you take a shower, you're not getting this cologne off of you. So some people say they spray like 2 or 3 sprays, and those are the people you're probably going to want to watch out for because they probably reek of this cologne. Because I almost can't wear this to work sometimes because it's so goddamn strong. Not the worst problem to have, but my point is that when you have a cologne that is that insanely strong and it leaks, dude, my old house I lived in, one of the colognes leaked out of the bottle and my medicine cabinet smelled like that cologne forever. I could not get the smell out. I'm gone. I moved from that place, but yeah. Anyways, Cravat Noir, which is supposed to be a kind of a clone of YSL Tuxedo, but like amped up. I don't know that clone, but this one is like a warm, green, warm, spicy with some vanilla men's cologne. It's a great dress up kind of scent, like going to a party or going to I can't speak, to a wedding. That's what I think it's good for. It's good. It's a good cologne. Happy Land Amberland, which is another heavy amber vanilla fragrance, but it has it's a good fragrance. It's an excellent fragrance, but it has like a citrus orange smell at the top. That's really nice. So I like that one in the colder months because it's too strong to wear. Happy Land has a couple fragrances I haven't smelled either. But Barbershop, if I get the goddamn cap off. Yeah, these decant bottles are terrible. He really needs to improve this because they're not good. This one gets praised extremely heavily. The leather note that he uses in his colognes is outrageously strong. It's animalistic, strong, intense leather. And if you don't like leather, you will not like any of his leather colognes. I think it almost smells off. Like, I've grown to like this scent Barbershop because it's a very nice barbershop cologne, but the leather in it is so insane. It's so machismo, like ultra man, powerhouse. It's almost like too much. And I almost kind of questioned when I first smelled this, like, how is this getting such good reviews? The leather smell is so strong. It smells like plasticky, like leather jacket, like Wow, I kind of have grown to like this one, despite it being a little bit too strong for me to wear. However, the other ones that have leather are disgusting, and I can't wear them. Mont Blanc Legend, I don't like it. It's got too much musk in it. People talk about that one often, but it doesn't work for me. Not a fan of that one. It's just too musky. Alright, let's just pull some other ones. Wow, this is going on a while, but that's okay. Happy Land Plum Loco, and this is another one with that leather note. It's plum and saffron and leather. I'll tell you, I love the smell of plum and I love the smell of saffron, but again, the leather note in this one is like fucking disgusting, to be honest. To be quite frank, like it's fucking disgusting. It smells like strong burnt plastic or something. And this is another one where I've seen people review this and give it like 10 out of 10s and be like, this is amazing. This is a masterpiece. This one gets praised heavily. And again, everyone's taste is subjective. But this one, I'm like, this smells horrific. Like, this smells so bad. It's probably the worst smelling cologne I own. I can't even begin to describe how bad this smells. It smells like fucking burnt plastic, or I don't know. Like, I do like the saffron smell underneath that, but that leather note is disgusting to me. Like, I'm sorry I'm being very harsh, but I really do feel that strongly about it. And again, another one, Queer Cafe, which is coffee and leather. Loving the stream. I'm glad, Andrew. And again, the fucking cap just broke off, so I'm not even going to open this one because these bottles suck. I hate to be a jerk about it, but coffee and leather. I love coffee, but again, that leather note smells terrible. And then Homeland. I kind of like this one, but it's a very old school, like yellow hayish sort of scent. It's well, shit, gotta run. Glad to stop by for a bit. See you fuckers later. All right, cool, man. J-Man, thank you so much for showing up, dude. I really appreciate it. I hope I'll see you around. I'll do another live stream. We can maybe make this a little bit more like a weekly or bi-week or every couple weeks or something. So hopefully I'll see you around. But thanks for showing up, dude. Homeland is okay. It's very strong and old school, and I think a lot of people will not like that one. It's okay, though. I've worn it before. And then 7, as you can see, again, the label's peeling off of this because smoke, cigarette, okay sign. I'm not sure what you meant, but that's cool. Maybe you're going to smoke some weed or something. I don't know. 7 is good. I like 7. It's a amber fragrance mixed with like a spicy kind of smell with a powdery rose masculine spice mixed with an amber smell. And it is a little bit strong. Well, they're all strong. I think it's a nice fragrance, though. It's very mature and elegant, I think. But it's strong. Guys, did we make it to the end? I think we made it to the end. Oh my god, I can't believe how many fragrances I have. Let me write that one down. I could have missed some too. Happy Land 7. We're getting to the end. Oh, Home for the Holidays. I like this one. Again, it's a little bit too strong. It's a little bit too much. It smells like maple syrup, pumpkin pie spices. That's basically what you get. And coffee. So like think of like beautiful maple roasted coffee with pumpkin pie spices. A lot of people like to wear this one for the holidays, and I think that the essence of the fragrance is really good for the holidays. But again, with some of these Happy Lands, I think you went a little too overboard with some of the oils. And this one can tend to come off as a little too cloying. Like I think if you maybe turn down the coffee maple smell, you would smell less like you just poured maple syrup over yourself. And if that pumpkin pie spice was bumped up, it would smell a lot more like a holiday fragrance. It's good, But after you wear it for like 20 minutes, you're like, you want to get it off of you. It starts to just smell like maple syrup. And you want to like rub it off yourself. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion with that one. But I don't hate it. You would buy the East River G3 cologne. I kind of wanted to make some of my own colognes. Like I'm not really super into perfuming, like making my own, but I do have some perfumer's alcohol and some natural oils, like some essential oils, and I wouldn't mind making my own blends. But I do have to get a couple oils. I want to make some stuff. I need to get cedar oil because a lot of I just want to make something I like to smell. So I want to try to get some cedar oil, and I want to try to get tobacco oil. I want to try to make a fragrance that's like cedar, tobacco, lavender, and a little bit of citrus. I think that would be like perfect. And then patchouli. So if I can try to get some of those natural oils and blend those, that would be like the perfect. I have this like reed diffuser up here. I'll show you. Got this reed diffuser called Warm Tobacco Pipe from DW Home. And it's literally what I just described. It is sweet, beautiful pipe tobacco with leather, woods, and patchouli. And this shit smells so good. Like, I know when some people think of tobacco, they're like, whoa, pipe tobacco, gross. No, it smells. I mean, tobacco is a plant, right? It smells good. I think, you know, cigarette tobacco smells like shit, but pipe tobacco can smell great. And that smells amazing, and I want to make a cologne that smells exactly like that. Sorry, I'm just checking something real quick. All right. Sorry, I had to check my phone. Okay. Oh, yeah, I remember this one. Vince Camuto Virtue. I remember doing a review of this, and this is another one where I have no recollection of what this smells like. I don't remember, but we'll write it down. Okay. Happy Land Signature, Paisley Sky. Another one people love, and it's another one where I like some of the ideas of it, but it's a little too much for me. A lot of people say this one has oud and ylang-ylang. That's a hard word to say, that kind of flower. And it has like a sweet hippie vibe. To me, this one smells like berries and candy. You can smell some oud in the background. You can smell some patchouli. But I don't necessarily get what everyone else smells. Like, to me, it mostly smells like candied berries. And it almost has like a toothpastey sort of vibe going on sometimes. And so like I kind of like some of the ideas of that one, but it's another one where I wish you went a different direction with it. Whatever. Yeah, let me write that one down. What's that one called? Paisley Sky. I mean, people love that fragrance, so you know you might like it, but it's a little too much for me. There's a good one though. This one's called Rhyolite, and it's a sweet one. Sweet, vanilla, almonds, wood, and then incense. So it's sweet and woody and vanilla, warm, but it's got a Middle Eastern incense vibe. It's got a definite Middle Eastern vibe. It's very, very nice though. I should wear this one more. It's very sweet, but that addition of that like Middle Eastern incense is very good. I mean, I like EJ Wells, but I think he like buys like Middle Eastern perfumes. To be honest, I think a lot of those smaller guys do that. They buy like kind of cheap Middle Eastern perfumes, you know, Middle Eastern oils, and they mix them. Because I think all of Happy Land's perfumes have a definite Middle Eastern vibe. And I think that's why. I'm not saying it's a horrible thing because it smells good, but okay, shit. I just knocked everything over. That's okay. That's why I'm doing this. I just got like a couple more. Write it down. Okay, I'm gonna write the rest of these down. I only got a couple more. And I'll tell you a little bit about this company. Alt Fragrances Executive, Alt Fragrances Executive, I can't spell, sorry. Okay, so I think the final total for colognes I have, and I could be off by a couple, there might be one in another drawer somewhere. I'm not counting like, you know, like my beard oil, which is a scented beard oil and like all that shit, but I think 63, which is kind of, I mean, yeah, most of them are decants and stuff. I don't have some cool display with all these bottles, but 63 is still a lot, if you ask me. Cool. Well, I'll have to organize them now. Okay. Alt Fragrances Executive is a Creed Aventus clone. I've never smelled real Creed Aventus. I cannot tell you how close it is. However, it smells like every other Creed Aventus cologne I've smelled. Clone, that is. So it at least racks up to the other clones I've smelled. I think it smells good. I wasn't very impressed by the smell. I've had a bunch of different Creed oils, like, you know, knockoff oils. I wasn't like blown away because that pineapple-y smoked birchwood smell. I was just like, oh, this is Aventus. This is what everyone has been freaking out over. I thought it was going to be something different. But as time has gone on, I've enjoyed the scent more and more. I don't think it's revolutionary. Again, I haven't smelled the real Aventus. Perhaps it could give me an orgasm upon smelling it. I don't know. But I've grown to enjoy it. And I think this is pretty good. And then we also have Alt Executive Cologne, which is their version of Aventus Cologne, which I don't know. That one did not get reviewed very highly. Like, people were like, what the fuck were they thinking? And at least compared to this one's kind of a like, oh, cool, a worse version of that one. Because it's like they took that peppery, smoky smell out of it and put more citrus in. That's what I'm picking up from this one. It's more citrus, it's more fresh. And I don't like that. They've taken out any uniqueness, any unique DNA out of at least this one and just made this more fresh. Some people might like that, but to me this just smells like cheap generic shit, and this one at least has that smoky peppery vibe. This one is way better. And then we have Alt Suds, which is supposed to smell like Dove White soap. It smells nothing like Dove White soap. They failed miserably at trying to make it smell like Dove White. It smells like cheap laundry detergent-y incense. Bad. Doesn't smell like it. They fucked up with this one, and it smells cloying. And I can't really wear it because even that clean floral neroli, lily of the valley kind of clean floral, it's just cloying. Very cloying. This one sucks. They didn't do a good job. And then it's funny, they actually took this one down and they're putting it out again as a different name or something, and they removed any reference to Dove White. So I don't know if they're doing that because they know they screwed up so bad it doesn't smell anything like it, or if they maybe got in trouble because they said this smells like Dove White. I don't know, but it sucks. And then we have Alt Fragrances Faroosh, which is their clone of Aventus. And it's a pretty okay Aventus clone. It's really not bad. It lacks that like metallic-y ambroxan bite that Sauvage has. But it does smell very similar. Like, it's not a bad... It's more smooth is the best way I could describe it. It just really lacks that ambroxan-y bite. And it's got more vanilla in it, so it almost to me smells similar to like the Eau de Parfum version. Not the Parfum version, because I haven't smelled that one. I don't know that one, but it smells a little bit closer to like the Eau de Parfum. It's really not bad. I mean, they did a pretty decent job. The problem with all of these is their performance is garbage. And I've owned a bunch of these, and they all smell pretty good. Like, they're not bad. They're not all like terrible, but their performance is garbage. Like 4 hours, maybe max, out of all of them, pretty much. maybe one or two was okay, but I would say the performance sucks pretty much across the board. This company, I'm never buying from them again. Like, I don't hate these colognes. They're not bad. But they, like, really fucking sucked with some shit they did. Like, when they first came out, like, they brand spanking new company. And I want to say I don't know for sure, but I'm going to say I probably was one of the first people to make a review about these colognes. The only other reviews on YouTube were 30-second little ads that were clearly totally sponsored. They were 30 seconds long, and it would be someone like, "This smells great. I'm glad I get to save money," like some bullshit ad. So I really think I was like the first person that like made a full review and just said my thoughts on it. And immediately when I made that review, they contacted me and were like, "Oh, we're gonna like send you a bunch of these to review, and we'll give you like a discount or something." And I was like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna review them fairly, but sure, I'll do that." And I thought that was surprising because I had like 35 subscribers at the time. I still only have like 300, so it's still not like I have a lot where a company would, feel like I could be like an influencer or something. But I thought that was a little strange. Like, wow, this company must have like just started. Like, they're really looking for people, and they never sent them. And then I asked them, like, "I don't mean to push you because you're sending me a free product, but like, what's the deal with that?" And they were like, "Oh, yeah, we'll get back to you on that. Sorry, we're shipping them out tomorrow." And then I made a review where I was mildly critical of their cologne. Like, I would say I was like 90% positive towards them. And I made one review where I was mildly critical and just said I didn't prefer the cologne. And then they stopped responding to me. And I really feel like they saw that and were like, "We can't deal with that." And then they deleted all of my reviews off their website. And then they claimed that they didn't do that and that they don't do that. And they were like, "Oh, we screen every review to make sure no one's swearing or anything, but we don't do that." And then I made another review after that, and they still deleted it. So I don't like those companies that like try to tailor it's all bullshit. And now they're kind of like a dime a dozen. Like, there are a ton of these fragrance companies that do the clone thing. Some of them are good, some of them are all right, but some of them are just like, they're much bigger into branding. Like, this company tries really hard to push branding and advertisement. I don't think they focus nearly even a quarter as much on the actual product. I think they're one of those companies where, yeah, a lot of companies have bullshit reviews on their website and shit. And a lot of companies, like even Alexandria Fragrances, I like them, but like, am I going to trust all the reviews on the actual website? No, because they're probably going to filter stuff. But this company, I feel like they're way more focused on selling you the shit than if the shit's actually good. That's my opinion, but they deleted all my fucking reviews. They never sent me any of the colognes they said they were going to send me. They stopped responding to me. I was like, "I'm not harassing you. I'm just seeing like what's going on. If you don't want to work with me or send me anything, that's fine. Please just let me know so I'm not left hanging." Never answered me, deleted my reviews. So fuck those people. That's shady shit. I know that a lot of companies do that, but I don't care. Like, that's shady in my book. And if you do that, I am not supporting your company. And I truly think this is a company where their products aren't that great. They're okay, but they're not that great. They just focus on branding. Like, they want to trick you into thinking it's cool so they can sell you it, and then that's that. So that's what I have to say about that. I don't really support that at all. That's it, dudes. That's all my fucking clones. This took like two hours, an hour and a half, I don't know. About an hour and a half. Now I have to organize everything. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'll find some way. Yeah. I'll hang out for a little bit longer. I'm going to save this. 63 colognes, that's a lot. I definitely want to get a couple more of those Alexandria fragrances because I'm not done, Andrew. I'm going to stick around for a little bit longer. I want to get some more Alexandrias because I enjoy them. And there's a company called Urban Cowboy that makes colognes that are all natural, made only with essential oils. I like that. I want to check a couple of those out. That's basically it for colognes. Like, I got a lot of hobbies, so I got hobbies other than colognes, of course, like movies and music and stuff. So I'm starting to collect Blu-rays. I'm starting to build my movie collection. So that's something I'm focusing on a little bit more than cologne right now. You know, I made my pickup video where I showed all the movies I got and got some more since then. And yeah, that's going to be a frequent, it's going to be a regular thing. I'm going to show you my Blu-ray pickups, talk about what movies I've been watching and stuff, but it's not going to be super frequent because some people make videos every week and they go out and they buy every single movie that comes out. And I'm like, do you even like those movies? Like, you know, like the big thing is like 4K Blu-rays. They do these amazing picture restoration things. You know, they make the picture look amazing. And people will buy them and be like, the picture is so good. They did such a great job cleaning up the picture. It's amazing they could take a movie that came out in the 60s and make it look like it was shot yesterday. And I'm like, that's cool, but do you like the movie, you know? I don't know. Nice collection, my man. Thank you very much. What's that smell? I really appreciate that. It's a pretty good collection, considering a couple years ago I had nothing. I still don't have... Oh, you know what? I don't think I put Burberry London on that list. I got Burberry London. It's around here somewhere. My first cologne I ever bought was Cool Water. You know, that's how I got started into fragrances. I was just like, I want to wear cologne. I think that'd be fun. And I bought Cool Water, and the rest is history, baby. Any psychological horror recommendations? Yeah, I mean, I've watched so many horror movies, but every time I try to recommend something, I go blank. I think Saw is a pretty solid psychological horror. If you haven't seen that one, I don't think it's a masterpiece, but I think it's pretty solid. And you know, if you're turned off by gore and stuff, it's not very gory. It's not violent in the way that the rest of the series is known for. It's a very different type of film than the rest of the series. Psychological horror. I'm not sure if I have ones that are like extremely horror oriented. I do have some really good thriller recommendations. I would recommend a movie called 1 Hour Photo, which is starring Robin Williams. That's a very good psychological thriller. It is very creepy. I would say that's a horror. It's very uncomfortable and unnerving, and he is very scary in that movie. He's also in a film, Robin Williams, called Insomnia with Al Pacino, which is another horror thriller psychological, where Robin Williams is also the villain, and that's a really mindfuck kind of movie. That's directed by Christopher Nolan, but it's based on an original Swedish movie, which is also really good. Silence of the Lambs is an outstanding psychological horror movie. If you've never seen that, that is a must-watch. That is one of the best movies ever made. Psychological horror. Trying to think. Gosh, I don't know. Thriller. Those are some really great thrillers, though, like psychological horror thrillers that I can think of off the top of my head. Thrillers don't always have to be scary per se. They can just be like fucking with your head. But like 1 Hour Photo that's like uncomfortably frightening. That's what I can think of right now. I would definitely highly recommend those movies, Jane, if you're into that. I don't know. I mean, it seems like you like that sort of thing. That's probably my favorite genre. Like, I love horror movies, and I love psychological thrillers, and I also like historical dramas, like big, epic, sweeping historical dramas. Like Dances with Wolves is my favorite movie. It's a big, epic Western drama, historical film. I really like the movie Lincoln, Gangs of New York, The Right Stuff, Apollo 13. Those kind of like more historical films. I like that style too. I mean, I like comedies too, but I don't watch them that often. That's really it, though, for what I really like. I don't really watch too many others. I'm not a rom-com kind of guy or anything like that. I mean, once in a while there's a good one. you know. All right, I will be right back. I'm not leaving though. I'm not ending the stream. I'm not done. But if you guys want to stick around, chat amongst yourselves. Andrew and what's that smell? Actually, everybody, while I go, we'll do this as when I go on a break. What's your guys' favorite movies? Mine are, in fact, I will go to my letterbox and tell you what my current favorite movies are that I have up there. My current favorite movies I have listed are Dances with Wolves, Twin Peaks, which isn't a movie, but overall that and you know, Fire Walk with Me are like my favorite show ever. The Karate Kid, I just love it. It's so fun. And Pee-wee's Big Adventure, because that shit is hilarious to me, and I've always loved that Tim Burton movie. Have you ever seen The Wicker Man? No. You know what? I haven't. There's the original and then the remake, right, with Nicolas Cage. I've never seen either of those. You know, I like all the classic horror and all that stuff too. All right, but guys, I will be right back. Just let me know what's up with you guys. All right, I'll be right back. Okie doke. I'm back. Sorry, that was a little bit longer than I anticipated. My neighbors are doing yard work outside, and their dog was just laying in their driveway, and it was really fucking funny. I love dogs. All right, let's see what you guys said. check out I Give It a Year comedy. Oh, Ice Ho, how's it going? Okay, give it a year. I'll check it out. What's that smell? Avoid the remake. The original is amazing if you like horror. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you know what? I heard that the remake sucked. Yeah, I will absolutely watch it. Like, that's a classic. You know, man, I got to show you guys this, but it's going to be hard to get out right now. The remake was dire, and Midsummer is very similar. Oh, yeah, Jane. I think you might have recommended me. Well, you recommended me to watch Parasite, which I bought that one. That was really good. It wasn't amazing. Like, I didn't think it was a masterpiece, but it was really fun. But Midsummer looks like my jam. That looks awesome. And I'm like a little bit in a conundrum because, you know, I like to buy my movies physically. I don't like to stream stuff because, the physical version is always going to have the highest picture quality. And I'm just one of those people that's like, I see the difference in it. I just like to own my own stuff too. And I try to get everything on 4K, but the theatrical cut of Midsummer is not on 4K. It's just Blu-ray. But the director's cut, the longer version, is on 4K, but it's $50. So I might just be watching the regular because the theatrical cut is a $5 Blu-ray on Amazon. I'm like, wow, $5. Same with Hereditary. Did you guys see Hereditary? That's like $5 on Amazon. I'm like, didn't that just come out like a couple years ago? Like, that shit looks awesome. I have not seen Hereditary either. I started to watch it and I had to go do something. So I'm going to pick that one up. Yeah, plus you get the special features. I mean, we could go into a whole debate. Like, some people are like, no, there's no difference between streaming and Blu-ray. Like, there's physically a difference. There's a significant difference. If you can't see the difference, though, that's fine. And honestly, it's kind of preferable because it's cheaper and it's more convenient. But I prefer to own my own stuff. And also, it's always like, what fucking streaming site is this thing on? You know, is it on Hulu? What is it on? So, yeah, that's just me. But that's I like owning shit. But like, come on, I got all these colognes. You know, I like to own stuff. Have you seen Nobody, another John Wick type movie? Oiso says, no, I haven't. And you know what, man? I haven't even seen John Wick. Because I don't really like action movies, but I heard John Wick is fucking awesome. So I think that's one I might make an exception for and see. And isn't John Wick Keanu Reeves? Hereditary was amazing. Yeah, I started watching it. Like, okay, like for horror movies, I feel like we kind of judge them a little differently. Like, I'm not going to judge a horror movie quite as harshly as I would judge like a Martin Scorsese film, because, you know, one is like a piece of kind of like artful cinema and one is like just to have fun. But I do feel like we don't get a lot of really well-made horror movies these days, and I feel like, I think it was Ari Aster who made Hereditary and Midsommar. I feel like he's going for that route. Like, he's trying to like make a really good, well-made horror movie, like a cut above what we would normally get. You know, not some run-of-the-mill slasher. And I only watched like 10 minutes, but I was like, oh, I think this is going to be good. So I'm absolutely going to get Hereditary. Midsommar, although I'm like, I know it's stupid, but I'm like so nitpicky. Like, I really want a 4K copy of Midsommar, but it's only that, like, I don't know if you, Jane, I don't know if you buy Blu-rays or if you just stream stuff, but the director's cut of Midsommar comes in this like amazing book case thing with like this leather kind of thing, and has this whole art book in it. It's like really nice. But I don't think I would spend that much for a film I haven't seen. How about Get Out? That's really good psychological horror. I didn't really like that movie. I know a lot of people did, but I wasn't like really fond of it. I didn't really like it that much. That's just, it wasn't really for me. I'm not saying it's a shitty movie, because I think it was well made, and I think a lot of people enjoyed it, but I wasn't really like blown away by that one. But Jordan Peele made another movie called Us, didn't he? And I have not seen that. I have not seen that one. What else have I seen? Okay, I just got this TV show that was like pulling hairs to try to find. I don't know how old like all you people are, but I don't know if like any of you people watched in the 90s this show called Picket Fences. It's like a show that is pretty much lost to time. Like you don't hear anybody when some people are like, "What were great 90s shows?" Nobody fucking talks about this show, but this show won like 15 Emmy Awards when it was on. It's one of those shows where it was so atypical of television. It was like it was like very atypical. Like it was a dark comedy drama show, but it tackled like very serious subject matter that nobody would talk about at the time period, and it did it in a really unique way. And so it won a bunch of Emmys, but like no one, I can't find like if you go to try to search it on YouTube, there's like barely anything. And I was like, well, shit, I want to watch this. This sounds awesome. And because I was in that, you know, the early 90s where I probably like would have watched that. And I can't like, you can't find it. Like you can buy season 1 on Amazon and that's it. You can't buy the other seasons. The DVDs are out of print and they're from Australia. I'm from America, so I can't watch them on my player. It's like, God damn it. So I'm like really trying to find how to watch this show that like there's like no way to watch it anymore. You're a streamer? Yeah, most people stream their stuff. Most people just stream. Yeah. I'm starting the collection here, so it's getting kind of crazy. Like I do stream. I mostly stream just because I don't have a lot of stuff that I want. That's more convenient. But I always prefer to watch the Blu-ray or DVD just because of the quality difference. It's too significant for me not to notice. But I also just prefer to own my stuff. But yeah, it's, you know, I don't want to like bring a fucking DVD player into my bedroom to watch like Modern Family when I'm trying to fall asleep. You know what I mean? So I totally get it. Plus, I'm watching Nip Tuck right now. If you guys ever watched that, that show's nuts. I've seen it a million times, but I'm watching it again. And that one's on Hulu. And at least in America, I know it's different other countries. And that's another one where like you can't really find it. Like there's a Blu-ray of season 1, but all the other seasons are on DVD and they're out of print. And it's like a whole fucking ordeal. ONR Detailing News. What's up, buddy? Oh, shit. ONR, what's up, man? How you doing? How's it going, buddy? Hope you're doing well. I haven't caught one of your videos in a while, man. We're just chilling right now. I just showed off my fragrance collection. I was kind of cataloging everything because I'm trying to organize because I have so much stuff. And now we're just kind of like talking about movies and stuff we've all seen and shit like that. Just chilling right now. It's getting kind of cold here. It's going to storm. Whoops. Oh, you guys want to see something funny? Let me see if I can do it. I probably just blew your eardrums out. It makes like a gong sound. Those are the kind of things that I like. All right, so I'm not quite sure how I'm going to organize my collection. Maybe I'll make a video where it's me trying to do it. Alfred Sung Home. J-Man really hates this one, but I like it. All right, let's see. What else can I talk about? I got a little bit more time here, so I don't want to like, you know, just kind of leave. It's basically what's going on with me with the movie thing, though. You know, I do my podcast. I might do an episode. Okay, here's the thing. I kind of want to do an episode, Jane, on oh my God, on Parasite. But people are like freaky about that movie. People are so controlling and like gatekeeping of that film that if you criticize it, they freak out. And I liked it, but I do have critiques of it. And I feel like, I don't know, maybe I should just say fuck it and do it. But I feel like there are people that would be like, you son of a bitch, I can't believe that you criticized it. It's crazy. I got to show you guys this poster I got. I kind of showed it off before, but it's pretty cool. I got so much stuff here. My desk is like a mess, man. Here's a lighter in case you want to like light some stuff. I have all these scores for the show I'm working on. I'm writing down sheet music for a show that I'm working on right now that I'm going to be doing. I got it in October, going out of state to do a show. Got this poster for my birthday a couple months ago, or last month, and it's got 100 great horror movies on it, and you kind of scratch off, and you get, when you watch it, you scratch it off, and you get a little artwork. So I've only watched a couple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I watched La Diablique. Oh, Jane, if you do foreign films, some people don't like foreign films, but if you can do it, La Diablique from '55 is a great psychological horror movie in French. Highly recommend it. If you have HBO Max, it's on there. We watched Suspiria, which is technically an Italian film, but it's dubbed in English. Poltergeist, which is classic. The Lost Boys, from with the vampire movie, like Kiefer Sutherland and all that. That shit's great. And then The Descent, which is incredible British. That's a British film. I always get that wrong. It's a British film. Beautiful movie. Alfred Sung Pour Homme is a great after shower cologne. I agree. I think it's nice and clean, soapy, and nice and masculine. Jane, you've seen it. You've seen The Descent? Yeah, that movie's incredible. I absolutely love it. It's an awesome movie. I actually just watched it with my friend and my buddy. We watch all these horror movies together. He's the one that got me the poster. And I was like, well, let me get The Descent, because he has so many Blu-rays. He always is bringing movies over. And we watched Dressed to Kill, and we watched The Fan and a couple other ones. And then so we watched The Descent, and it was so gory. I forgot how violent that movie gets, but it's really good. And we watched the original. I have the Blu-ray of the original UK ending because they changed it for American audiences, if you can believe that. They changed the ending. So stupid. Fucking Americans. Wearing Salvador Dali Pour Homme at the moment. Okay, cool. I don't know that one. I'm going to check that out real quick. I've never heard of that. Salvador Dali Pour Homme. Like the painter. Oh, wow. That's a crazy bottle. That's an amazing bottle. I don't even know what that would smell like. Well, Interesting. Well, that's one of the coolest bottles I've seen in a while. I absolutely like that. Well, I was going to do some yard work today, but it looks like it's going to storm, so that's not happening today. But that's okay. Do you guys have any tips for storing or displaying your colognes? I was trying to look into maybe getting some those, they're they kind of have them at stores sometimes. They're like a carousel, like a Lazy Susan with the shelves on it, and you can put your colognes on it and spin it. I was thinking about getting something like that because I don't know how to just store these. The ones that are really annoying, like my decants I can put in a box, but the ones that are really annoying are these ones because they sit like that, but if there's any movement, they'll fall over. And I guess I can store them like that, but then they roll all over the place, and it's first world problems, right? Yeah. I have so many, I didn't show all of them, but in my cabinet where I have all my colognes, I have all of these lotions, and that's a good one. I don't know if you guys are also into other scent things like toiletries and stuff, but I have all lotions and all sorts of crap. Anything smelly I like. All right. Something I could do, it might work, is if I take this Alexandria Fragrances box, and it's possible. I might not want to do that though, because it's a good size. Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck this up because this is a great box, was going to say if I take this out, I might be able to fit all my decants in there, but I don't want to ruin this box because it's really nice. As a matter of fact, it's so nice that I'm going to put the Fahrenheit back in its resting place. It's a really good box. I have to run. It's been great fun. Awesome, Jane. It was amazing to talk to you. Hopefully, I can do another one of these soon and we can chat again. I hope you have a great day. Or night. I don't know if it's day or night. Where am I? Okay. All right. Well, you know what, guys? I might get going. It's been about 2 hours or so here. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I guess I kind of did this as like a 300 subscriber kind of thing. It took me like a year to gain seems to be the trajectory. It takes me about a year to gain 100 subs, which whatever, that's fine. I don't really care how many subs I have. You know, this is why I started doing YouTube in the first place, is to like chat with people like you. So it's been a lot of fun. But yeah, I like doing this. So maybe I'll do this more frequently. I didn't realize you could do like full on like OBS live streams on YouTube. So once I got it set up, it's pretty easy. So I'll probably do these more often, but they probably won't be all cologne related, just so y'all know, because it's not like I don't have any new colognes and I don't plan on getting any new ones for the next couple of weeks, to be honest. So it could just be whatever I'm feeling. I could be streaming a video game that day if I feel like playing like Super Mario Brothers or something. It could be anything, but just a chatting catch-up kind of stream would be fun. Maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks. So yeah, thank you guys for watching my smell off video I did. That was cool. Thanks, dude. It's been a blast. Dude, thank you for watching. What's that smell? Ice Ho, been a long time sub of your channel. I always support smaller channels. Oh man, I really appreciate it, Ice Ho. That's awesome, man. I do too, and I really appreciate your appreciation. It's kind of tough. I go back and forth because they always say like I don't care how many subs I have, but then you do get discouraged as a smaller YouTuber sometimes. But you know, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna like clean up this mess I made now and make some lunch or something. And I hope you guys all have a great day or night. I'll be back very soon with another YouTube video. I'm uploading a lot more frequently now, as you know. I don't know what it will be on, but something fun for you guys. And we'll do another live stream soon. So peace out, everybody. Peace.